Hi, my name is Phoebe Green, and this summer I took on the role as Supply Experience Manager at Bristol Seafood in Portland, Maine. I'm currently a senior at the University of New Hampshire studying economics and sustainability. My goal throughout the project was to create a digital onboarding system for Bristol's suppliers and really streamline the system that they currently had in place. You can see at the map at right that Bristol suppliers are incredibly diverse, not only in the kind of product that Bristol is getting, but also where they're getting it from. There's time zone shifts, there's different cultures to take into account. So I really had to come up with a way that I could adapt communication to align with this diverse supplier net and everyone's different experience. I really had to understand supplier and legislative needs. As diverse as the supplier range is, there's a lot of diversity in the vendors that Bristol is selling their product to. And with that comes a lot of different legislation. I also had a really big part this summer in managing and organizing the documentation that is primarily responsible from getting seafood from the sea to the shelf. To do this, I first had to create a flow chart to help me design this digital onboarding system, to find the overlapping needs of different kinds of suppliers and the different documentation required. This also made it possible for me to really look at the different kinds of areas that we could incorporate different B Corp values into the current documentation that we had been working on. Bristol is B Corp certified and has maintained that for a very long time, but part of what I was doing was looking for ways for Bristol to further enhance their B Corp capabilities by looking for questions they could ask their suppliers and spots where maybe there could be more transparency provided for both suppliers, Bristol employees, and for customers. However, during this time, Mark Foods acquired Bristol Seafood, and that kind of made me pivot in the path I was going. Instead of now creating a supplier onboarding system, which I had previously been working on, I really needed to create something that was scalable and transferable. So what I did was I actually created Adobe templates in Adobe Sign. I was able to bundle up all of the documentation I had been working on. I was able to list it in, or how the supplier was able to look through it. And I was basically creating something that could be completely scaled for the future. So during this entire process, I came away with a lot more than these packets that I ended up creating. I was able to apply interest in sustainability and systems thinking to real-world business challenges. I was also able to assist Bristol in retaining their current suppliers. There's a really big emphasis on a shift from an extractive relationship to really becoming partners and growing together. I also gained a lot of confidence navigating different kinds of software tools. Like, for example, Adobe Sign, something I had never used before, became a vital part at the end of my internship. I'd like to give a huge thank you to my mentor at Bristol, Brendan, my advisors, Zach and Bruce, and of course, Wanya and Alexis for their ongoing support. Thank you.